I'm Julie Samaco. I own Southern Charm Wreaths, and I am so proud to be here to show you a wreath design using some fun goodies I found at Carolina Pottery when I was shopping recently. So let me close this up and get it out of the way. So black and white is hugely popular. So is the buffalo check. So this is the buffalo check or buffalo plaid, whatever you want to call it. You can see a lot of buffalo plaid in the red and the black, but also the white and the black is really popular. So I thought it would be fun to incorporate some of this into our wreath. This is a snowman hat. This would be so pretty if you purchased several of these and nestled them into your Christmas tree. This would be a great way to add just a little punch of color of the black and white into your tree. This would also be pretty if you put it on the top of your tree as the tree topper. So I can envision this just nestled on the top of the tree with maybe a bow with this black and white checkered ribbon, or even if you added in some different color of the lime green and some of the red with it would be really pretty. If you're looking to purchase the exact supplies that I'm using today, we've got a link pinned to the top of the post right there for a link right to all of these products that we're using. Okay, don't wait if you're interested because they do go fast. And let's see, hold on. I'm going to go ahead and fluff this. So once you get your wreath, you're going to want to make sure to fluff. And when I'm putting this on, okay, so we've got to be a little bit careful because if I put it I want to put this angled in the middle. If I put this too far back, do you see how my wreath might not fit so level? So I've just got to be a little bit careful that I don't put it too far back. There's a couple of places I want to attach it. I definitely want to attach it down at the bottom on the rim, and I want to attach it on the top. All right, for right now, I'm going to go ahead and punch a little hole right here. I'm going to use, this is for beading. It's a little tool I like to use. If you don't have a bead tool that punches hole in metal, you can use an ice pick or an awl that you purchase from the hardware store. Give it a little hole punch right here. And then the tricky part is finding the hole. So we've got that wired. So at this point I am going to use my awl and I'm going to just pierce through the corner of the snowman hat. I'm trying to decide. I don't think I'm going to do a theme this year. I think I'm just going to keep, I like to do a lot of the mixed metallics. I kind of like that. That's kind of me, but I might throw in a little pop of the black and white this time. I just love that color. Okay, and we'll do one more on this opposite side. So I really, when you're in, this is a very lightweight snowman hat. Just going to pierce it right up through the top. Like that. So when you put something in the center of the wreath, you want to make sure that it's attached securely and that it's not too heavy. And then I'm going to give it a little shake, shake, slam the door test. That's what I call this. So when we put it on the front door, and you know those kids slam it, we want to make sure things don't fall off. All right, so the bow that I'm going to make, I want it to fill in down here. So we're going to use 1.5 inch ribbon, and I love this textured ribbon. It's so pretty. It's just got the fuzzy, it reminds me of a flannel shirt. like a, you know, on a cold day, and here in the South we don't get snow, so we get a little chilly. Flannel is our basically our winter coat for the for the winter. I'm not lying. I don't know where you're from, but here it does not get very cold. So a flannel shirt is usually all we put on. But that's what it reminds me of, a cozy flannel shirt. So when you add ribbon to your wreaths, it just adds so much texture and softness to the design. So one side is fuzzy and then one side is not. So we're going to make sure we keep all of the good side, the fuzzy side, facing forward. I like to first start with a little ribbon tail to see how long I want my ribbon tail to be. So we're going to measure out, just so you guys know, it's about 23. Okay, and I'm going to pinch it right like this. See if I can zoom in for you guys a little bit more. I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to measure out 14 inches on the mat, and then I'm going to bring this to the back, and I'm going to pinch it into my fingers. All right, so we've got the pretty side of the ribbon facing forward, and we've got the back side of the ribbon facing forward. So we need to make sure that this is the good side. All we're going to do is flip it up. Okay, so I'm going to measure out 14 inches. We're going to flip it up. I'm going to duplicate that exact same thing. So we've got our little rabbit ears. I'm going to duplicate the exact same thing. So we're going to do the 14 inches, bring it to the back, the 14 inches, and bring it to the front, okay? So as I'm feeding in the ribbon, it's slowly going into towards the back of my hand. So we've got 14 inches here. The next thing I want to do is add another layer in between. I want a ribbon layer or a bow loop here, and I want a bow loop here. So you see how I formed this X? Now I want a loop here and a loop here, but I don't want it to be 14 inches. I'm going to come in, and instead I'm going to do 12 inches. Bring it to the back. 12 inches. Bring it to the front. So these are going on top. These loops are going on top. So now we've got our X that we started with. We've got a loop in between that's shorter. And now I want to do another set of X on top of those two loops, but they're going to be even smaller. So instead of the 12, we're going to do 10. So we're going to do one loop of 10. I didn't unroll enough. And then we're going to do a loop of 10, bring it to the front. We're going to do a loop of 10, bring it to the back. We're going to do a loop of 10, bring it to the front, okay? There goes the ribbon across the room. Okay, so we've got our X that we first made in the back, and then we've got our loop in between the X, and now we've got our little smaller loops with the X, right? So at this point, you can make another little loop if you want to, but I think I'm going to leave it just like that. I am going to make another ribbon tail. How about that long? So we're just making a really long ribbon tail. So I'm going to trim this here, and I'm going to trim this here. So we've cut it off of our bolt, and now I'm going to attach it to my wire by just turning the bow over and lifting up my finger and placing in the wire. Bring it to the front, and then twist. So you guys, this is my wreath workshop. I actually have this in the garage of my home. We don't have cars in my garage. We have flowers and ribbon and all of the fun stuff. Fun. Isn't that fun? So you can see how we've added our bow. So you could just divide these by pulling them apart. Sometimes if they don't pull apart easily, you can use your wire cutters. And they just pull out. All right, the first thing I want to do is add in our hydrangeas. I'm going to use the rule of 3. I'm going to place one here, and one here. And to do that, I'm going to dip it in my glue pot right here, which just melted glue sticks into literally an electric fry pan. But you can use your hot glue gun if you need to. All right. So I'm just gonna dip the end in glue, or you're gonna just put some hot glue on the end of it, and then I'm gonna attach it first to the top, and then I just dripped a big bunch in the floor. There we go. I want to make sure that when I attach it into the top that I'm sort of wiggling it back and forth so it's capturing and catching onto all of the greenery. So we got one, I'm going to do one right here, and then one on the opposite side. All right, so we've got our 3 hydrangeas, so you can see how I've added that right there. And now we're going to start adding in our greenery. Okay, so let me turn it around. So you can see how we've added in our poinsettia sprays, and we've divided up all the greenery, and we've added that. The next thing I've got are pine cones and some sticks, and then our fun little ornament balls. So first let me add in our pine cones, because this will be fun. I'm just going to trim these. Remember, these are still from the same poinsettia sprays that we had. I'm just trimming these a little shorter. We're going to nestle these in. And just divide these around. So if I add, let's say, one over here, I'm going to add one on the opposite side. Just going to do that same thing up at the top. So you're just trying to evenly disperse these pine cones. So I think I got one more, and I think I'll add it down here. Again, if you're wanting to purchase the supplies used for this wreath, there's the link. It's pinned right here to the top of the comments. So now you can see how I've added the pine cones. We've got one here. They're nestled in. Let me zoom in just a little bit more so you can see. We've got them nestled here, and we've got them here and here and here, just throughout. And I love that it matches the little pine cone already on the hat. So the next thing I want to add are these fun, actually I think I'm going to leave these fun sticks to the end. We're going to add in our ornaments now. So the project today, I want to say, I think it was in the $45 range. Just going to get my little tags off. We're definitely going to trim these long. So I'm going to use the larger ones first. We've got 4 of those. So let's see if I can get these to stick in. I'm making a little like hole for this to sandwich in between. And then I'm going to wrap a needle tie around it. Let's see if that works. So we're going to keep adding these. Let's see, we did one up here. Let's do one down here. We've still got a few more pieces, but isn't that fun how all those little ornaments just added all that black and white color around? It's just so cute. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is add in the last few pieces. So I've got, remember these little pieces that we cut off of our greenery? I'm going to add those just into the bush. I'm sorry, into the bow. So I'm going to lift up a little bow loop and add it down in there. And then add this one in a bow loop. I like how when I have greenery coming out of the bow, it helps the bow to blend. And now I've got all these little long pieces, remember, that we got from our poinsettia spray. We're going to add these in now. So this is going to be fun. A fun little texture. This is going to add a little more dimension to the wreath. And let's see, we've got our other sticks. Let's go ahead and add those round. Don't forget to, give them a little bendy bend so that they look a little, real, more real, not artificial. So again, if you want to buy the supplies exactly to duplicate this wreath, or maybe you just want to have some more fun stuff for your Christmas tree this year, you can use the link that's posted at the top or commented in the comments that's pinned to the top, and it'll take you right to the page with all of these fun things in it. Make sure to join their lifestyle club. That's their email list, and that will they'll send these videos, some video tutorials right into your inbox, all the different fun things to make, as well as coupons to use in their store or online, and it'll be directly in your inbox. All right, so let's see. The only thing I'm going to decide if I want to keep, yep, I think that's good. I think we're fine. I've got these little pieces right here, just little leaves that fell off. I'm going to add these up into the hat. These little touches are going to really show that you care about your design. So I've added those up there into the greenery pieces of the hat. Let's get one more. Okay. And then if you want to, we've got we still have these leaves that are from our hydrangea bush, and you can go around and also add those wherever you need a little bit of a filler. Just a little bit of a filler, because these are, sometimes people just throw these away, and I'm like, don't throw them away. Don't throw them away. Use them. It's just another way to, fill in without having to buy something else. You've already bought it. Might as well use it. And I'm getting all tangled up into the glue. That's okay. I hope you guys learned something. Hope I showed you a thing or two. Just mainly, don't be afraid to get started. I really feel like just using a little bit of these techniques with any wreath or anything that you're trying to design for your home. The main thing is just start and don't be afraid to try something different and new. This is something you can do. Anybody, if I can do it, you can do it. It is not like I have been trained to do this. It is something I picked up and started doing for my own home, and going to Carolina Pottery too to get all the supplies for them. All right, so let me turn this around and I'll do a little quick show for you guys so you can just do a little zoom in. And you can see where we've added all of our fun, stuff up here at the top and all around. Just so cute. I love this little design. It turned out super, super cute. You can always add in more things like red berries, red ornaments, if you want to, if you need a little more red. But I just sort of like the simplicity of greenery and a little bit of frosted red poinsettias, of course, with our fun snowman hat. I think this is going to look super, super cute. But I want to thank Carolina Pottery for letting me host on their Facebook page. And if you have any questions, please comment. I will definitely come back and answer. I hate that I couldn't see them during the live. Thank y'all for joining me, and have a great rest of your week.